Hey guys, so I've been hiding something from you for months and I wasn't even sure if I should do it. And I decided to take the plunge and take the risk. And so I've decided to come out with my own budgeting line. So introducing to you the Summit Collection. So this binder collection, among other things, will be launching this Saturday, May 30th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my Etsy shop or 11 a.m. Pacific. So I'm going to go through these one by one, but I wanted to tell you a little bit before I do that it was about making intentional financial decisions that move me closer to my goals, and my journey with the cash budgeting system was never about perfection, but it's always been about being thoughtful and purposefully consistent with the money that I do work hard for. And so my core message that I always used to say in my videos was that I was trying to be more proactive with money instead of reactive. So when I first started my Etsy shop, it was tied very closely to me as a creator when I called my Etsy shop Authentic Allison Co. But as I wanted to build it something bigger than just my name. And I wanted my brand to reflect the values behind everything that I talk about on my channel, like with being intentional with money and making progress towards my goals and creating a life that I actually do want. So I am also, at the same time of launching these products, I'm going to be doing a rebrand. So moving forward, my name is now called Money on Purpose. And it felt perfect because that's what my journey has always been about. And now I make decisions that support my goals instead of based on impulse, stress, or boredom like the past and my spending addictions. So let me start with this first one. So this is called the Summit Collection, and I'm going to start with this pink one here, and this one is called Alpine Bloom. And yeah, so here's the logo on the inside. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I took video of these outside as well in natural light. I am actually refilming this, but it's absolutely gorgeous in person. It feels so luxe. It feels so good. I'm in love with these, and I love my logo. So if you can't see, it's mountains and trees and a pathway and moon and stars, though I didn't put stars on the logo stamps because I just wasn't sure if it would pick up. But basically, the mountains represent the goals or the things that we work towards, and the path is the journey, which isn't always linear, and there's always setbacks or detours or even side trails, but you just keep moving forward. And then the moon and the stars represent the future that we are working towards, and they give you light and guide you, and the trees are rooted, and those are your principles, everything that you fall back on, etc. So there's a lot of meaning that went behind this. And so, of course, the first collection ever is the Summit Collection, because that's kind of a little bit of a representation of the logo here. So I want to pull out my current Moterm and show you. It's very similar in the setup, but the difference, though, is that mine has a 1 snap, whereas the Moterm has a 2 snap. There are some subtle differences. So the pockets in the front are a little bit different, but the Moterm has this folder here. They both have a zip pocket. I went with a black glossy ring. I think it's gorgeous. And the Moterm has a fly leaf, whereas this one, this is what I love about this binder that I created, is that it has this pouch instead. So then when you flip to the back, and I'll show you the other things shortly. So when you flip to the back, they're pretty similar in how they are set up, though I just realized I may not be in frame completely, but there we go. Hopefully I was in frame for that other stuff, but the pockets are designed a little bit differently. Like on the Moterm here, they're a little bit different, but there's these nice wide pockets in the back, but they both have these slots and this flap here, and they both open nice and wide. So if you love Moterm, this is very, very, very similar, but anybody that knows me knows I am the sparkle queen. My coworkers call me Sparkles, but okay. So this here, again, is Alpine Bloom. So I just want to show you also what's going to be coming out. I'll do a side quest before introducing all the colors, but and I paired them with what I thought would mesh pretty well. And these are random. They don't necessarily make sense, but I already had these sneak peeked for months. But, I mean, you can choose the pattern, but this one has cute little flowers and hearts. And I'm going to be bringing out these matte bookmarks. And so I have these sayings on them, like these little inspirational quotes on them, and then up at the top, the label for the section that you're going in. Here's another example: savings challenges. She saves, she builds, she wins. And the back of them have the design as well. And then I will be offering these glitter envelopes, which I don't know that it really picks up too well, but there's these glitter envelopes. I will be having the inserts available as well. So I will do a version where it's typed on here if you want something like that. And the back again has a design as well. So I'll be offering that as a version. You can even do a version where it's completely blank and doesn't, like, meaning the design is there and this part's blank, and you can even choose to do vellum. I'll probably offer like this. This actually matches really well, this particular color. Here, I'll show you this one because the paper clip. So I have this one here. It matches really, really, really well with the color. But if you think you'd be interested, did I say vellum? I meant vinyl. So I can always offer a vinyl option too. So I don't know. I'm still figuring out the little details. Like, this wasn't perfect, but I was like, I just need to get this up and show everyone, and we'll just figure out the finer details from there. But yeah, so this one is my absolute favorite. Oh God, it's so pretty, but I really don't know that it's translating on camera. Okay, so then this next one is called Evergreen. It's this gorgeous metallic green. And so same thing here, the gorgeous logo. And I'm sorry for the lighting. It's late at night as I'm filming, but it's such a beautiful, beautiful green. So they all have the glossy black hardware. So with the zipper and everything. Love this. So again, the zipper pouch is coming in all of the binders. And then this one here, I'll put it this way. So here's the bookmark option. So this was my phrase, and I put it on the book, one of the bookmarks, of course. So be proactive with your money, not reactive. That was just like a phrase that I would say. And I love that phrase. But I mean, these are handmade, so it's not necessarily going to line up from bookmark to bookmark, that sort of thing. But same thing here. I made inserts for them. They are double-sided, as you can see. So here's the back, and again, it's hand cut, so it may not always like fully perfectly line up. I will do my best, but And one of the bookmarks I have, which I thought was super cute, being, you know, hiking, like I love hiking. The logo is actually very close to how a tattoo on my arm looks, but I thought "You Are Here" was really cute. So if you like to use savings challenges in your binders, then this is like an IOU bookmark that you can put in there. That way you can write down the amount and bookmark it, and that way you can kind of just see the phrase popping out, though I have this one in front of it so you can't see, but "You Are Here." I don't know, it's just kind of funny and cute because it just reminds me of, like, you know, a map, like "You Are Here." So yeah, so this one here is evergreen. And lastly, in the Summit collection here is this gorgeous black, and this one is called Midnight Sky. And I just don't think, even with my lights, that it just is doing justice. Like, truly, I was absolutely floored when I got my little mitts on these, because it almost has this glitter reflective look to it when you are just moving it around under the light. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Oh, I love these so much. But again, the logo. And then the design in this one are these like moons and stars and hearts. So examples here. And again, I will be offering. So this doesn't come with the binders. The binders will be separate, but I just want to show you like how it looks in the binders, because I did dashboards based on themes of each binder, if that makes sense. So I just kind of wanted to show you how the theme looks. Not that you have to, like, if you did want to do stars and moons and whatever, like, you could do this in the pink one if you wanted. It was just, I don't know, I was trying to be matchy-matchy because I thought it was cute. But and then the bookmarks, some examples. So that is the binder collection. I'll start with one that has been sneak peeked for quite some time. But I have the rollover challenge, and this I have been playing on my own YouTube channel. And so this one here, you can start whenever. Like, you don't have to wait till the beginning of the year like I did. But because there's space like free to mark off whenever. Like, you could literally start this tomorrow and then just do it based on your pay cycle. But basically, you save the leftover cash that you have from your everyday spending category. So like for me, that's my wallet, and things that I keep in my wallet are grocery money, coffee money if I do get coffee, my takeout money, miscellaneous money. So I'm paid bi-weekly. So whatever money is not spent in those categories, I roll that money over. And so you can guess what you think that you'll save, or what your goal is to save after this is fully complete. And so if you meet or exceed the goal, then you can celebrate the money with something fun, exciting. If you fall short, you can still choose to put money towards something that's meaningful and impactful still. So the idea is, like, you know, you're going to try to not spend all your money. So if you exceed your guess, then, like, yeah, you should be able to use it for something fun. But if you fall short, then you should put it towards something more serious. But at the same time, maybe you still want it to be the same thing. Like, maybe you want the money to go to debt regardless. But it was just like a fun little thing you could do to incentivize yourself if you wanted. But I have a bi-weekly version and a weekly paid version. So the bi-weekly has 26 spots for you to put. So you can mark it off, color it, or write the number down if you want to track it. And there's a spot to write the total saved. And this is the same thing, except this is if you are paid weekly. And so this one has 52 bubbles available here. So that is this challenge. Okay, so next up, I have the forest savings map, and this is just a bunch of evergreen trees. I try to do a little bit of a variety. This might be more of a mid-tier savings level. I know a lot of people like really tiny amounts, but then there's people that like really large amounts. So You know, it's all relative to what you feel is big or small, but there's this little bonus section here where you can roll the die and get some extra saves in that way, and over here as well. So that's this challenge launching in an A5 size. Then I have the scenic route, and this one you are just following the trail to get to the summit. And same thing here, there's some bonuses, like there's a side trail that you can decide if you want to do the hidden detour in this little bonus trail section as well, where you can kind of like choose what you're saving. And there's a spot down here to write down what you want the money to go towards. So there's this one. Then I have a midnight money map. I tried to kind of do a theme to each binder as well, in a way, but yeah. So this is a constellation, and again, there's some bonuses here for you as well. Now this is a little bit of a play on one that I was testing out, and I just didn't quite like it, so I completely redesigned it, and I have this one here called Cart Abandoned. So basically, if you didn't buy it, you could just save the money. So this is kind of like maybe people that struggle with impulse control issues like me. I still can at times. Definitely was way worse. I definitely had a spending addiction. I might talk about that more in a future video, but I mean, it's super personal. But I mean, hey, I talk about a lot of personal things on this channel, right? But this one, there's 6 spots, 6 opportunity. Well, I shouldn't say opportunities, but 6 spots where you can write down, like, maybe Target is your weak spot, and like you feel really spendy when you go in that store, and like maybe you think back, like, I'm really trying not to spend money, and like I almost bought this thing. So you can write down the amount, what it was, your mood, and like maybe write down your trigger. So in a way, it's a behavioral sort of analysis as well, because maybe you notice you have a certain trigger that makes you want to spend money, but it gives you 6 times to record and a spot to write where the money will dedicate towards. And this is something that you can just keep doing over and over and over again. Maybe you want to switch up where the money goes to each and every time, but I wanted something that was kind of intentional and behavioral, reflective sort of thing. Like, I've been super big into reflection while on this journey and getting out of debt, and really taking an inner look at why I spend my money, because like if you don't understand the why, then you're just going to end up right back in the same position that you were before. Like, you can be motivated to get out of debt, but like what happens when the motivation is gone? You have to understand why you do the things that you do. And I don't know, I just think that's a huge part of the journey. So there's this one. Next up is Money Date Challenge. I'm really excited about this one. I want to do this one on my channel, so I will be. But basically, you kind of like set up a little date night with yourself. So romantic, I know. But you know, like just to have good money habits. So you can choose to do $10 each, $20 each, or roll a die times 5 if you want to be baller status. And so there's like different things that you can do, and once you complete it, you can check it off, like listing 3 items to sell. They're just no longer serving you. They're just sitting around. Like, why not try to turn a profit off of it? Or organizing your pantry. A lot of lost money can happen from things being in your pantry that you forgot about, that eventually expire. And so taking account and inventory of what you have is super helpful, etc. So there's a bunch of different things on here that you can complete. And once you, and then you have this little spot here where you can write down what the money is going to be funded towards. So I'm doing this one. Okay, and then the last that kind of go with this series of launch, I have 2 other random ones I'll explain in a moment, but I have this no spend bingo, and I want to do this one too. I'm excited about it, but this one you can either say 5, 10 a square, or roll the die for each completed square to determine. And so there's all these different things. And so to win, you need to get an X or do a complete blackout. And there's just a little tiny fun little like incentive if you complete the X and treat yourself to something low cost or free. And then if you do the full blackout, then, you know, that's a big deal. So you should treat yourself to something meaningful, and you can write down the amount saved. But there's all these different things like getting coffee at home or choosing to do a free activity. You went out that day and you got gas only. Oh gosh, I know I can be so bad about that, like going out to the store and like, or whatever, and like, oh, I'm going to do this, that too. And like you, before you know it, you spent like $200 by the time the day is over. So, you know, like maybe you just need to run an errand and, instead of like going out and popping around, like maybe you're bored and you're like, let's go to the store and like window shop. And then that equals spending money. So it's just like, if you need gas, just get gas only, you know? So I will be doing this challenge as well. And before I pull the others out, let me just show you, like, these are A6 binders, if I did not mention. So obviously they will not fit. I mean, you can choose to kind of leave them, you know, in front of your envelopes if you want. Oh, I forgot these bookmarks back here. So you can technically snap it shut, but as the binder expands, it might get harder. It gets a little bit squeezed on. So since I likely will continue using my A6, I'll probably just put it back here because I did test that out. And so if you have some bigger challenges, if you just kind of like tuck it to the side, you can close your binder easily. See, it closes and it stays nice and tucked in that spot there. So just wanted to show you that it does fit in some capacity if you choose to get a larger sized savings challenge, even in an A5 binder. I can't speak to all A5 binders, or excuse me, I can't speak to all A6 binders, but this particular binder, it'll fit for you. Okay, now the last two challenges are random. I designed these back in March of 2025, and I am now finally bringing them out. So I'll show you this first one. I work for a book publisher, so naturally I was like, let me come out, you know, for our little book girlies. I came out with Crime Junkie, and this one you roll the dice. So if you roll a 1 and a 6, then you would save the spot here. There's a little key guide over here, so the hand happens to be assign a number to the spot before you start playing. So there's these little bonus scratch off areas here as well. So there's this one for any crime girlies. Let me know, are you a romance girly or a crime girly when it comes to reading books? The other one is this one here called Smut Slush. I don't know if I can say that word on the internet, but I like the design of this one. I don't know that it quite picks up because it's very light colored, but there's a very like romantic feel to this. But yes, at my book publishing, we do have an imprint that's kind of the smut type reads. So this one is a scratch off challenge, and the key is down here, you know. You scratch off the red lipstick. It's $2 that you save. The rose is $5. The handcuffs is a roll of the die plus a roll of the die. And then the little fire emoji is, you know, because it's going to be spicy, a roll of the die times 3. So yeah, so there's this one. Obviously, it is a mystery savings challenge as well. So that is everything in the launch. So again, this will be launching on my Etsy this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 11 a.m. Pacific. And I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye.